there's a creature in my pocket. You could say it's a pocket monster? Welcome to the Battle Science Podcast, a Pocket Monster Go player versus player podcast, where we talk about Pocket Monster Go and player versus player. You know, I have to elongate something considering we have the shorter YouTube link now. I have to compensate somewhere. Welcome to the Battle Science Podcast, a Pokemon Go PvP podcast, where we talk about Pokemon Go PvP and all things Pokemon Go that relate to it. I am one of your hosts, Steven, a.k.a. A Boy in the Woods, joined, as always, by Jesse, a.k.a. Rocket Admin J.
Maybe with those comments.
What, are you telling me you're going to leave me?
Gets up and walks
Are
away.
we going to get a divorce?
Oh, there.
We don't have a prenup
It hasn't
or
been
anything.
10 years yet.
What do you mean 10 years? Do we have to be married for 10 years?
No,
then?
it's you have to live. You have to be with somebody long enough for 10 years.
Okay.
For
well,
the state considers you married.
Really?
Yeah, poor TJ.
Wait. All right, I'm going to have to look this up. But you do know that we are coming up on 10 years of knowing each other, right?
Crap.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not ready for this commitment.
Brandon's D&D campaign probably happened right after I graduated in 2013. So, yeah.
Anyways.
I'm going to put a ring on it. It is May 3rd, 2022. If you're listening to this in podcast form, it is on or past the Friday, the 6th of May. May the 4th has already happened for you. I hope it was fun and not really tiring that everyone kept saying the exact same phrase to you. You know what? No. And Cinco de Mayo. Man, I hope everyone had a sick Cinco de Mayo. Go eat some tacos and...
Go support your local Mexican business.
Yeah. Drink some Coronas. Whew. You know what? That's what I'm going to do. I got a meeting on Thursday. And then after the meeting, tacos and beer. Cervezas. Let's do it. We have a show for you today. But before I get into that, if you are listening to this podcast for the very first time, you might not know what Pokemon Go PvP is. I forgot to hit my stopwatch. That's too bad. About 3 minutes. Okay. You might not know what Pokemon Go PvP is. If you are interested in knowing more about Pokemon Go PvP, you could go listen to our Sylph Arena preseason primer episodes, which are 2 episodes that we talk all about the basics of Pokemon Go PvP. Those 2 are episodes for August 27th and September 6th. Those are very long listens. Hopefully we can pare it down for you for the next upcoming Sylph season, which is rapidly approaching, by the way. We are on the precipice of
The end of season 3.
the end of the current season. I don't remember if it's season 3, but the 2021-2022 season of Sylph Arena. The playoffs are coming up, quote-unquote playoffs, regionals, continentals, and worlds of Sylph Arena are approaching. So, also the grand finals or something of factions? Holy cow. That's pretty sick. That's happening here soon. I'm going to need Wingle to work with me here. It's much closer to the throw than normal. This podcast, if you're listening to the podcast.
Where can those people find those tutorial videos?
Oh, the preseason primers? Well, you can find them wherever you listen to podcasts if you want the audio format injected straight into your ear holes via sound waves. If you want a visual aid, I don't think the VODs are up on Twitch anymore, but you can always go to our YouTube, youtube.com/c/battlescience, and find all of our video format of the podcasts.
And why is that?
What do you mean?
Because we finally got the name.
How? Yes, we got the shortened username URL for YouTube. Finally, I don't have to read stuff out loud.
Thank you, everyone. I don't have to listen to alphabet soup anymore.
I could still read it.
No, please.
You can go to youtube.com/c/battlescience. Or for those of you that are, was it Hunt and Peck? youtube.com/c/BATTLESC.
Come on, Steven.
My spelling's terrible. Hold on.
Come
brain.
on, Steven. Come on, Stefan.
Sorry. BATTLESCIENCE.
Correct. Now use it in a sentence.
What is the etymology of battle science?
Well, you see.
Thank you, everyone that subscribed to our YouTube channel to help us hit that goal.
That's something we've been working on for a few years, but we finally put the pedal to the metal, rallied out to our listeners and other people we know, and
we only rallied because apparently somebody else was also battle science on YouTube and also gaining subscribers at a rapid clip, and we really wanted youtube.com/battlescience. So
sucks to be them.
We peaked, I think, around 106 subscribers, and then we dipped back down to 100. Now we're at 101. So thank you, everybody, for subscribing and helping us get that sweet URL. Podcasts will continue to go up there, as well as tournament streams and other small stuffs that we feel like putting up there. We should do small little clips or something.
Yeah, shorts
at some point. Yeah, not necessarily shorts, but something.
At some point,
something
just take
else.
your camera out and film me doing raids or organizing stuff.
Yes, I should break out my GoPro. Oh, that kid's swagging out. Look at that. You missed it.
You're being distracted. I saw it.
It's playoff hockey time. Not the same as reading the long URL. You're right. It's not quite the same, but it is much easier
Hey, come
to
on!
type
I thought
in.
you were on my side, not Stefan's side.
The other big shout out that we have to do at the beginning of every podcast is our triple P's, our P cubed, Patreon podcast producers. If you go over to patreon.com/battlescience and back us at a $5 tier or higher, you can get your name read at the beginning of every show of the month. This month of May, we have Dolphin93. We have James, a.k.a. Jimmy Bo, a.k.a. Jim is him. We've got Winston the Champ. We've got Evo Stevo. And we have Jamar. There is a new triple P that will be starting next month. Just eked out of the window of hitting this month. I will have to reach out. You know who you are. I'll have to reach out to you and make sure I'm reading off the right name when it comes to your triple P for the month of June.
But if that person wanted to share that experience, or if you wanted to become an awesome triple P, how would they go about doing that?
Well, you can go to battlescience. Or we don't have battlescience.com. Maybe at some point we'll get the URL for it. You can go to YouTube.
Steven's broken.
It hasn't been that bad of a day. I don't know what's going on, brain. You can go to patreon.com/battlescience and back us at a $5 tier or higher to be a Patreon producer. That gets your name read at the beginning of the show and access to the podcasts or any other shows several days before they hit the podcast public. I don't know. I guess, yes. You get also access to the exclusive Patreon podcast, the Battle Science After Dark podcast, where we talk about whatever in the heck we want, while also not necessarily saying, heck, we can say whatever we want.
The adults unfiltered version.
Yes. You can also get all of those benefits except for getting your name read at the beginning of the show by backing us at $1 tier or more on patreon.com/battlescience. What was the thing? What did we talk about in the last Battle Science After Dark podcast?
Didn't you vent a little bit? We talked about cons.
Yes, we talked about conventions and we talked about the different
state of the game.
Kinda, sorta. I didn't just talk about the state of the game well enough for me to really say that it was me talking about the state of the game. It was PvP formats between Go Battle League, Sylph Arena, or Sylph League Arena, Sylph Factions, and the Play Pokemon format. I think that's everything. If you want to catch us on Twitter at @battle_science. If you want to join our Discord link are in the descriptions down below. I double checked; they are still current. Nothing's getting locked out there. Our Discord is available to everyone. No additional cost. It's not locked behind the Patreon. So do hop in.
Hop in and join us in our shenanigans.
Yep. Talk sports. I want to talk playoff hockey with more people.
If you're looking for a Sylph Arena meta to play in, or someone to just talk PvP with, or have people to battle or raid with, we know these new raids that we're going to talk about later are a little bit more challenging than some people would expect. Everyone in our community, for the most part, is a very talented battler in their own regard, and I assume fairly well in raids and gyms. So you're guaranteed, as long as we can formulate things together, to have a good time.
Okay. With that out of the way.
Is it time for the news roundup?
Yeah, I was going to hit the button without saying what it was.
Oh.
But, you know.
Haha.
Yeah.
Giddy up now. This is the news roundup.
All right, first little speed thing we're going to go through is the Pokemon TCG. The first cards are revealed from the Pokemon Go expansion. If you play Pokemon Go and like the trading card game, there's an expansion coming out that is exclusively Pokemon Go. It's pretty sick. I know I'm going to be playing it. Look at this Snorlax. It's blocking your house door. Take that. You can't get home. There's a Snorlax there. Or you can't get out. Sorry, work. There's a Snorlax blocking my way. My Arcanine ate my car. I can't go anywhere. Blissey is a gym defender.
That's pure core early.
It's
Gen
OG.
2.
Yeah. This is
like the people that were drawing these cards and picking these cards, they know.
Yep. What was the one? Let's see. Coming soon. I know I got to pick up some 65 card sleeves featuring Mewtwo. I got to figure out what 10 TCG, 1 foil card promo. I'm going to have to pick up a box or two. Not necessarily a full box of boosters, but something fun.
Maybe if enough people in our Discord are interested, we'll do a couple raffles and maybe hand a couple packs out.
For GoFest?
Yeah.
Oh, I think our thing that we're working on will definitely have raffles with some cards in it.
Okay.
For sure. I also want to order some in the Japanese language because I shop some of those sites for anime goodies. So I can most certainly get some packs for and maybe some an ETB of the Japanese language variant of this release, which is going to be sick.
The trainer leaders or the team leaders were sick too.
Yes. Team Valor, Team Instinct, Team Mystic special collections. Giant cards of the gym leaders. I still want the gym leaders to pop up in special research and talk more. I don't want Professor Willow. I would love for the leaders to show up rather than Professor Willow was like, well, I just talked to Spark. He just left. I wish you could have talked to him, but he was telling me all of these really cool things. Like, bro, just let Spark talk to us. Homies, please. Yeah, that's going to be.
That's
happening soon.
July 1st.
Okay. We'll have to do that.
But yeah, if you're a fan of the trading card game, check out those cards. There are other websites you can go to that'll show out what's been leaked already.
Is
It
a full
looks like
set-
an interesting set.
Has a full set been leaked?
I haven't looked, but
Okay.
I also impartial don't want to spoil everything. It looks like normal types are actually going to be really strong in this set.
Huh.
Professor Willow tapping his watch during the dialogue is so rude. There's
Yeah.
been times I've caught myself where I put it down because he's just blabbing, and then he kind of does that, and it's like, oh yeah, Steven's doing it right here, and that triggered.
I'm sorry.
It's like, I'll tap faster, Willow. How's that?
I'll just skip the dialogue there, Willow. Star Raid.
But yes, if you are a fan of the trading card games, there are definitely some good power Pokemon cards coming out. There is a V-Mill Metal that Steven is looking at currently. Looks sick.
Full art card. That'd be sweet. Let's see. I wish they were voiced. I wish the gym leaders or Willow, if they had a voice. Or no, does Willow show up in the anime?
No.
Okay. Because that'd be really cool, because then I would go get the voice actors.
It is canon, though, because Professor Oak does call him on the phone.
Ah, okay.
And you hear Professor Oak talk to him.
Well, you don't hear Willow's side.
No.
Shoot. Alrighty, let's jump into things that you probably care more about. Mega updates. Now, if you play the game on a daily basis like we do, and I imagine most of you do, you already know about the Mega update, but we're going to speed through it because it happened and it's cool. And
it was a really good event.
Yeah, the initial Mega event, I think, was very solid. So
one of the or a couple of the comments I've seen going around Twitter and other social medias is, don't make that a one-time thing. Make it a quarterly thing.
The Mega event?
Yeah.
Yes. That would be... yeah. I mean, they're not going to... yeah. Yeah, I would love to see more of the... Because currently we have the Kanto starters, Pidgeotto. Pidgeot. I can never remember which ones.
Gyarados, Beedrill.
I don't know if we have Gyarados in the rewards currently. Let me quickly check because I might still have it open. I don't, but I do. The Sylph Road for what the rewards are currently. Because I'd love to see them cycle through the XL Candy tasks.
You mean the Megas?
Yes, you're right. Mega Candy tasks. Let's see here. So catch 10 of the 3 starter types. Kanto starters. Catch 10 normal type Pokemon for Pidgeot Candy. Mega Candy, I should say. And yes, power up a Pokemon 5 times can be Beedrill Mega Candy, and power up a Pokemon 10 times can be 20 Gyarados Candy.
Okay.
And that's it.
Okay. So nothing outside of Gen 1.
Exactly.
Outside of Aerodactyl.
Is Aerodactyl on this list? I don't think it is.
No, but I'm saying as far as Kanto.
Yes. Yeah. I would love to see it rotate through with the different types. Like, since this was a flying event, I'd love... So Pidgeot makes sense, but it's not part of the event tasks, which I would love to see it be part of that. What else is flying? Aerodactyl would be a cool one to also have the Mega Energy be spawning in it.
Yep.
I guess realistically, I just want you to do more Mega raids, which... I don't know.
Aerodactyl is an actually fairly easy one, so that's not hard.
Yeah, but I'd love to see them not require raids. Yeah, because there are other reasons to do raids, and
I mean, they have been getting better at that with this new system.
Yeah.
Which
I'd love to see it in more tasks, a little bit more common in tasks. To be honest, is basically all I'm looking for.
Or even at that point, just rare candy, mega rare candy.
That would be interesting too. Yeah.
Because you can just use that towards whichever one you want.
Mm-hmm. But let's see, update to the Mega systems highlights most Mega raids will be easier. You can now take them on with fewer people. Most being
the asterisk there.
The key, which should be bold, underlined, and huge here, because we have current Mega raids going on that are not easier. In fact, they are on par with other legendaries as far as raids. You'll be able to mega evolve your Pokemon from raid and battle prep screens, which is awesome. So if you have a Pokemon that can mega in your party and it isn't currently, you can hit the little mega DNA icon on your prep screens and mega energy it from the lobbies. Excuse me, goodness. Pokemon you have mega evolved before will now have an additional visual effect added to their information page to commemorate this momentous achievement. It's basically like the angel and devil on the shoulder. Actually, it's the dude screaming over the mountaintop, but just behind the Pokemon. So the mega variant of them is just like looking behind them, like, bro, are we gonna go back to mega, or am I just gonna be?
It's like the three wolf
moon. Yeah. It's they're superimposed on the background. It's great. It keeps all of the information. It would be a little bit bizarre if it didn't keep the shiny, because I have my one Shundo is the Beedrill, so you just have green mega Beedrill just like looming behind regular shiny Beedrill. It's great. And they are implementing mega levels and changing how mega energy is used. So the only thing that has to cost any mega energy is the first time you mega evolve.
Well, that and then thereafter.
Well, no, because if you wait for the full refresh, if you wait for the cooldown, it won't cost anymore.
Right. But
So,
if you want to do it sooner.
if you want to do it sooner, you can spend some. And actually, the cost isn't all that drastic. It's like 20, I think 30 at most if you want to mega immediately after.
Okay.
But like even 2 or 3 days in, it drops down to like 20
Okay,
to
so
17.
it works like the transporter energy. It depreciates the value over time.
It's like how it's like how free-to-play mobile games normally work. Where if you want to do something faster, you'll have to spend resources. But if you
can
don't,
wait even 2 or 3 days.
it can be less and less, or a full 7 days, it'll be free. So
and that's at base level.
Yes, that's at base level. It goes from 7 days to
You said 5, I think, and then
7
3.
to 5, and then 3. So you can at the highest tier, which is somewhere in the ballpark of 30. You have to mega evolve it 30 times to bring it up to the max. Max
mega level.
Which is a long time if you're just doing it every 7 days.
But that's also why you have some of these that have excess amount of XLs already, or sorry, not XLs, mega energy, and then all these researchers that are giving you more. The fact they'll come back in raids, what was I thinking of? There are other things you can mega that also share the same type.
Yep.
So you don't have to keep relying on just one.
There's a whole lot of dragons. The one I'm looking forward to is Mega Charizard Y for GoFest, because that's boosted flying and dragon, or flying.
Fire.
Yes. Or let's see.
X is dragon and fire.
What was I looking for? No, I was looking for a dragon and flying. So Salamence would be what I would be looking for, and I don't think we're going to get that.
No, we don't have that yet.
No. I'm mistaken then, because I was looking for dragon and flying.
What
Extra candy.
Go fast flying.
Tropius.
Oh.
I need Tropius candy. I mean, I have plenty of rare candy, so realistically, it does matter.
You could also just Pinab.
Yes, that's true.
Because it's only, most of them are probably going to be, assuming we don't have sunny weather, most of them will be under Great League.
Big sad. We probably will.
And it's only like level 24.
It's going to be hot. Like, Kyogre, please use rainy day. Please use rainy. Please.
That's another one. Mega Sceptile would be a great one for Grass and Dragon.
Yeah, there's some of them that would be really sick. Does Blaziken still stay fighting fire?
Yeah.
Okay. Doesn't change. That's too bad.
What else has changed for Megas?
Increased levels will give you stuff. Let's see. Let's see. Existing bonus. Why don't I just pull up a Mega Pokemon and let's see. Here can Mega Evolve. We're gonna go here. No, I need to have had it Mega'd already, I think.
You did Pidgeot for Kangaskhan right hour, right?
I'm looking for it. Oh, I did Lopunny. Here we go. So at base level, if you've Mega'd it at least once, you will have an increased catch candy bonus. So similar to before, the type or types of the Mega Pokemon, if they match one of the types of the Pokemon that you're catching, you can earn additional candy on catch. It will boost allies' attacks from raids and supposedly battles. I've actually not used a Mega in a battle yet.
Battles as far as like against rockets and
PvP or rockets, correct.
wait, so PvP?
Boosted ally attacks. Well, if
I'm assuming that's in gyms or raids.
gyms or raids, to my knowledge, yeah. I don't know. I doubt it will ever apply to PvP.
We'll see.
7-day Mega Evolution rest period and reduced Mega Energy to Mega Evolve. At the second tier, so after 7 times of Mega Evolving, so catch candy bonus, boosted ally attacks, a 5-day Mega Evolution rest period, a greatly reduced Mega Energy cost, a Great Candy XL chance, so we'll increase the chance of getting
XL for
XL
same type
candy
species.
for same types, and a Catch XP bonus. And then on max level, so 30 times, a Pokemon has to be Mega Evolved 30 times.
The same Pokemon, not different species.
Yes. Not same Pokemon, different, or the exact same Pokemon.
Yeah.
Yes, this is a Pokemon by Pokemon level.
So, for example, if you have 2 Charizards and you evolved one for X and one for Y, you're going to want to pick one and just keep evolving that one.
I would actually be curious to see if the Mega level is shared between the two of them.
I don't think it is.
I'll take a look.
I believe it's tied to that specific Pokemon.
I'll take a look because I have one of each that I've Mega'd.
For the Charizards?
Yes, because
Okay.
they're Great League for each.
Each of the respective?
Yeah.
Okay.
So enhanced catch candy bonus, boosted ally attacks, a 3-day Mega Evolution. So this is at max level.
This is after you've Mega Evolved it 30 times.
Massively reduced Mega Energy cost. So if you wanted to Mega it day after day after day, I don't know what the numbers are, but it says massively reduced Mega Energy cost. An excellent Candy XL chance and an enhanced Catch XP bonus. So you're getting bonus on bonus on bonus. The only thing that it's not bonusing as far as catch rewards is Stardust, which kind of makes sense, but that would be awesome. So yes, there
There are better incentives now to use Megas.
very, very much so. Let's see. I have too many Charizards. I'm just going to look for the Charizard. There's that. It shares.
It does?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's 34 energy because it's on the cooldown period. It's 34 Mega Energy for evolving either.
Okay.
So that's awesome. So you can use, if you have one hundo, you can swap between the two.
So that...
Which actually...
Right, no, that's what I meant. My argument is if you have 2 different Charizards, it's not a shared...
It's not a shared for the entire species. That is correct.
It's just the single Pokemon.
Yes.
Charizard is the one exception that has 2 Megas, where the energy reduction is considered shared for that one Charizard.
Now I want to double check to see, because I think I have one that's very, very high level, 15, 15, 14. Let me see if I don't believe I have a hundo, because I have plenty of Charizard Mega Candy. Yep, let's do it. Let's start breaking that.
You using it tonight?
Might as well.
I mean,
Let's start it sooner so that it'll complete its cooldown.
Yeah. I mean, I would have used something that you're not going to use tonight. And
I'm
then
not
when
gonna.
you go out to tomorrow, use the flying Charizard to get the flying bonus for the spawns.
I have another Charizard that's for Great League.
Okay.
This is my 15, 15, 14 for Master, although I don't use it in Master.
But yes, new updates to Megas.
Yes.
People out there saying before, that they'd have no reason to use a Mega now find themselves powering or evolving 2 a day just to start working towards that max friendship for our max Mega bonus.
I think I Mega'd 2 Pokemon before this Mega update, and now I've done like 6. I had...
I'll tell you one thing, they're definitely helping with those raids right now.
Yes. They're going to be pivotal when it comes to raids. And I've reached max storage. The biggest thing the biggest thing is going to be XL candy in the future. It's going to be huge.
It's another way to get XLs.
Yes. It's an improved way of getting XLs just in the long run because you're already getting them if you're over level 40. At this point, you'll have an enhanced chance of getting more. And actually, that's a good question. You just can't get them, period, if you're not level 40, correct?
Correct.
So even if you have a Mega, can you Mega below 40?
Yes.
Okay.
You
Which
just
means
can't get XLs. So if you're below level 40, start working towards that Mega bonus.
That is something that if Niantic is listening, I would implore you to adjust that the XL candy.
I'd say 30 is fair.
Yeah.
That's what it was for stops for a while.
Yeah, I would love to see XL candy be available to trainers below level 40.
Because getting to 30 is fairly easy. I could probably do that in a month.
Mm-hmm.
Now with all the stuff they give out.
And I would say 30, beyond 30, I would say is, I mean, realistically, like,
even if the rates are worse than what we have right now is 40 and above.
You're still getting it.
You still have a chance.
Yeah. You can still earn it. Yeah, that's.
So speaking of raids and speaking of Megas, are we going to segue into the new
That
update?
is a good way to do it. I don't think I'm missing anything else here. We had Mega Kangaskhan. That was cool. Things, stuff. Dev Diary. Go watch that. I haven't yet. Oops.
It's more or less what we talked about.
Yep.
If you had a chance to do Mega Kangaskhan Raid Day, Steven, what was your opinion of how that went?
Yeah, it was cool.
Do you think, would you like to see more raid days like that where it's like a 3-hour period where they give out, what was it, 5 free regular passes?
They've done that in the past. So the format of the event they've done before. That's, I think, that's the one thing.
Right, but is that something you'd like to see them do with other stuff moving forward?
With other Megas?
Just anything in general?
I mean, they've done it for legendaries before.
And they've done it for certain raid Pokemon, like with a lone Marowak when that came out.
Oh, that's true. They have done it with the smaller stuff before. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, yes. It just so happened that I have a ton of raid passes.
Yeah, because I think we ended up doing, 15?
Yes. I haven't transferred any of them, so I could probably count, but I'm not going to worry about it too much right now. Yeah, it was solid. They're doable. I like that they dropped the minimum requirement for the amount of players that were in. I think it was 4?
Yeah, I think we could beat it comfortably with 3 or 4.
Mm-hmm.
I know we met up with Proto Man and his girlfriend, and we went around and did a couple in one of our local towns, invited some of our locals to join us. I think, Kangaskhan in itself isn't the best Mega.
No.
But it was something that was a very good introduction to Mega raids for people that might not have done many of them prior.
Speaking of Mega Kangaskhan raid, Niantic support at Niantic help 7 minutes ago. Trainers, we're sorry for the issues that affected Mega Kangaskhan Raid Day participants in the first 9 time zones.
Yep.
Affected regions will receive a free bundle in the shop containing 5 premium raid passes and 1 lucky egg. This can be claimed now until Friday, 9 p.m. GMT.
There were a few problems with one. Shiny wasn't turned on.
Shiny wasn't turned on. The thing I heard was that it was supposed to be easier, but it was calculating as like a tier 5 or tier 6.
Yep.
Rather than I think it's supposed to be a tier 3.
Yep.
So, oops.
Poor Asia Pacific. You guys are always the beta testers.
Mm-hmm.
But that was Kangaskhan Raid Day. We had our group hung out. I heard some people didn't have groups or no interest in people doing them, which is unfortunate. And again, we have a @Radar role in our Discord. If you would like to join, we do occasionally reach out and invite those that are in our Discord to join us. And if you need help, there are a good amount of people that are willing to help in the Discord. So again, link is down below. Feel free to drop in and hang out with us. There are also dedicated servers for raiding if your local scene doesn't exist anymore. We're hoping that, with some stuff going back to somewhat semblance of normalcy, that people will want to meet up and do raids again. And I think that's kind of what we're seeing with these 2 new megas, is like what we experienced today, where we actually had to have 2 or 3 people go in person to these raids to be able to invite enough people to do them. I kind of feel like that might be something they're pushing for, and that's why these are as difficult as they are in addition. But we'll get to that when we discuss this next update.
Blog post released April 29th, 2022. And starting today, day of recording, Mega Latios and Mega Latias soar into new heights in the global Pokemon Air Adventures event. They're the same Pokemon. They look the same. They have weird ear and sideburn-esque designs and the same weird purple and fins, and they look like fighter jets, but they're 2 different Pokemon. It's kind of awkward looking. Like, oh, what Mega Raids do we have? They're the same. They look the exact same.
They
I
look
can't
the
tell.
same, but they're
I
not
have to
the
tap
same.
on it. Yeah. Which one is it? Also, one is incredibly chunkier than the other, and can absolutely destroy you because it has charm.
Charm and Snarl.
No, it doesn't have
Snarl and Charl.
It doesn't have Snarl. Thankfully. Would they give the Lotties Snarl?
Probably not.
If they had them in the main series games, I'd have to double check.
But these Mega Raids, they are a much higher difficulty than Kangaskhan was.
Yes, these are actually technically tier 6. So they are above
the difficulty rating is
Legendary.
that of equivalent to things like Kyogre.
Yes.
Or Mewtwo.
When Kyogre and Mewtwo were in 5-star raids.
They are a bit of a challenge. You would highly recommend, if you are listening to this and you do not have things powered up, check out the counters for these. We have them also posted in the Discord under the infographics channel. You do need to have some coordination in doing these raids.
Mm-hmm.
They are not something you can just join in and tap and use the recommended.
So I would say minimum for each is around 6 or 7. It's very doable with 7+, or it's doable with 7+. It's very easy with around 9 or 10. You can do it with 6. One person there directly and 5 invites, but you need proper teams on everybody. If one person doesn't have a proper team with counters,
You're
with
in for
things
a
that
bad
are powered
time.
up, you won't complete it. That's literally an instance I encountered earlier today.
Twice.
Well, no, we hit, like, we needed one more charm to get off, and it timed us out at 1 second. But that was with 5 people with proper, semi-proper counters, and one person that wasn't running powered up stuff. We barely made it. We almost made it. Also, this isn't weather boosted. Like, thank goodness we don't have
Windy. Windy is the only weather boost.
Is it?
Psychic and Dragon.
Isn't Psychic in... Oh, no, that's... there's no fog.
There's fog, but it's Ghost and Dark.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Thank goodness we don't have windy weather where we're at, because then you would need what? Like,
You would need 12.
does it boost it that high?
Yes.
Gross. Yeah. I'm sorry. All of you that get windy weather. I'm sorry. I can't fix it for you. I wish I could.
Join us where it's not windy.
Yeah.
We just have cloudy, which benefits us with fairies.
Oh no, actually, I take that back. I did get a windy weather invite from California.
Oh, no.
We had 7. We were able to do it with 7.
Okay.
Yeah, we were actually
Was it a
comfortably able to do it with
Latias?
7. Yes.
So you beat Latias
Yes.
with 7. Okay.
With 7 weather boosted.
Okay.
So
Then there must have been some really good players in that lobby.
yeah, I think so.
So a couple key takeaways if you are going to do the Lati duo is 1, please pick the right Pokemon. In the battle menu under your screen, there is an option to make preset teams. Look through the guides, look through the recommended move sets, prep your teams, power up to 40. You don't have to necessarily power up to 50. And if you are someone organizing the raid, either 1, bring a Mega Evolution to help, or 2, ask if someone already is running something.
Remember that it only boosts the types of it while it's on the field.
Correct.
So realistically, have people run an equal team of 6 that match typing. So like have one person run a Mega Gengar as a lead. Everyone else runs Gengars as the lead.
Well, Gengar's, Giratina's, other ghosts,
Yes.
or poison.
Yeah, match typings.
Another thing you can do if you really want to double up is have someone run their Mega in the front, and then in your 4th or 5th slot, have another person running their Mega.
Yeah, so unless the only instance in which like hyper coordinating will ever be relevant is if they don't nerf Primal Kyogre.
That boy will be thick.
Yeah, because if they don't nerf its stats to make it more reasonable and on par with like the Latis say, and they just want to make it as difficult as possible, then you'll really need the coordination.
And I think we'll see that also with like Mega Mewtwo's 2 different forms, Mega Rayquaza, because those will. The one other problem with these Latis is if they have something like Outrage, if you don't dodge, Outrage will almost one-shot everything.
It actually wasn't one-shotting me.
No?
No.
What were you using?
I had a
Was it a
ground,
fairy?
ground dragon.
Garchomp?
Yeah, wasn't
Okay.
getting. It was close, but it wasn't quite. It can't.
Okay.
It certainly can't survive 2.
Okay.
But it can survive 1.
So try to watch your timing for dodges.
But Gardevoir was just like, what's this? What? No, this is fine. It could take like 5. I was like, wow, these aren't even maxed out. This is impressive.
Yeah, well, that's the double resistance. Because in the main games, Fairy is immune to Dragon.
Right. You know the one downside about this current event?
What's that?
Like the common spawn of rockets is flying type.
Yep.
That just gives trash. They're cheap
Purifies.
purifications. I'll give them that, but it's nothing but Starly and Zubat.
So for the extended period of the event, your 2 Mega Raids are going to be Latios and Latias. Latias is the more difficult of the 2 because she is defense-oriented. She comes with the special attack Mist Ball. In trainer battles, it's 120 power and a chance to lower the opposing Pokemon's attack. Gyms and raids, it's 105 power. Latios will have Luster Purge, 120 power, and a chance to lower the opposing Pokemon's defense. And gym and raids, it's 100 power. From what I can recall of PV Poke and JRSE, right?
JRE Seawolf.
JRE Seawolf, is that neither of these are going to make a huge impression in PvP. So get them for raids if you need them. They're unique typing. Wild encounters are going to be Flying Pikachu, Jigglypuff, Meowth, Psyduck. That's another one, Psyduck. Doduo, Magikarp, Wingull, Swablu, and Drifloon.
Oh, that makes sense.
If you're lucky, you might encounter a Charizard or a Mantine.
I encountered 2 Mantine earlier. And a couple of Charizard. I think 3.
Time research will focus on catching Pikachu and flying type Pokemon. Complete research to earn 50. The special research for the event to collect 50 Latios and 50 Latios Mega Energy, along with 3,000 XP in an encounter with a flying Pikachu. Currently, during this event, there are no 1-star raids. So I think this is the first time in the game's history where we have not had a 1-star raid.
Is that true?
Yes.
There are no
1-stars.
Huh. Which means if there's going to be a raid, it's basically counters to the Latis and then the Latis.
And the 3-star raids are going to be Charizard, Lapras, and Togekiss. Fun fact, when the event first went live, Togekiss had a 1% catch rate.
Ew.
That has been fixed as of this recording.
Thank God.
But it was harder to catch than a legendary.
Interesting.
Right, Snake Doctor? I know. Lapras and Charizard both have the chance to be shiny. Unfortunately, Lapras does not have its legacy moves, and it is above Great League as a raid boss.
Aren't its... I mean, it has what? Icy Wind? No.
It has Frost Breath and Water Gun for fast moves. Charge moves are Surf, Blizzard, and Skull Bash.
Okay, so Blizzard is reasonable for raids. I'm just thinking of... Because it's what?
If
Ice Beam, I think?
Huh?
Ice Beam, is it one of its legacy moves?
Yeah.
So it's...
Ice Shard, Ice Beam are its legacy moves.
Yeah, which would be helpful in raids. But I get Blizzard works, I guess.
Charizard is not a bad one to go after if you didn't get enough Charmander during the last event.
Yep.
Charizard also can be shiny, so if you want to get that for Megas, the Mega Charizard X is the one you're going to want to use, but unfortunately dragons are strong against dragons, and vice versa.
Yep.
So you do have to take that with a grain of salt.
Hope that it has Zen Headbutt.
Yeah. And then the unfortunate thing with Charizard, both Dragon Breath is legacy and Blast Burn is legacy. So, but you do get Dragon Claw, so there is that.
You get Dragon Claw. That's it. Actually, yeah, that kind of sucks.
So one thing we were talking about the other day, how we said we don't think there's going to be another egg event. Surprise, half hatch distance.
Right now?
Yes.
Oh! What?
Coming out of the 7K eggs, you're going to have Togepi, Mantike, Emolga, and Noibat. Personally, I don't think it's worth it.
That's why I hatched my 10K Adventure Sync reward so quick.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, cool, it's trash. It's a Dino that's not a hundo because I already have a hundo.
Your field research task encounters will be flying Pikachu, Doduo, Swablu, and Emolga. As always, check out the self-road for which specifically research gives what. There's the event hatch bonus. Half egg distance when they are placed into incubators during this period. There are some new stickers with the Corsola. It looks like
these stickers, I think, are
promoting the air travel event
in where is it?
Wasn't it Hawaii?
No. Maybe. I don't remember.
So that's going to be your air event. It is going till when?
This is going until
May 8th.
May 8th. So
that would be what, Friday?
No, Sunday.
Sunday. Till Sunday at 8
Sunday
p.m.
at 8 p.m. local.
Okay.
Yeah. So sometime. Not a ton, but there's some time.
A week. Almost a week.
Yeah. Purify 1 Shadow Pokemon is Swablu.
Okay.
Which is a chance to be shiny. I mean, if you need it, sure. If you want a hundo, sure. Actually, it's out, right? Mega? It's Mega?
Correct. Altaria is out.
As a fairy dragon, if you need the deeps for these raids, that's not a bad option.
Altaria is not a bad Mega, but you also got to remember Moonblast is now Legacy.
Right. If you already have... Yeah, it's true if you already have one. If you're looking for a hundo Swablu, though, for...
Mega Altaria is solid.
Yeah, for Mega Altaria.
They are spawning,
Primo
too.
raid. Yes, they're spawning, I think, more abundantly. But if you're looking for a higher chance of getting the hundo, Purify 1 Shadow Pokemon. Defeat 3 Team Go Rocket Grunts is a Molga. I'm pretty sure that doesn't exist as far as research. I didn't find one. It was incredibly hard to find, and I, for whatever reason, I thought they were swapped. Emolga's is defeat 3 Team Go Rocket Grunts. I didn't see one in all of town.
I found one.
You did? Okay. I found
was,
2 Purify 1 Shadow Pokemon, and I have those stacked currently.
Okay.
And those are Swablu. Catch 3 Flying type were everywhere. Those are Flying Pikachu. And then
Which makes sense because one of the tasks is to catch a certain amount of flying Pikachu.
catch 10. It took me a little bit, but thankfully it's in research. I've already completed the it's 10 Flying Pikachu and 30 Flying Pokemon. Fingers crossed people don't have issues with completing those because it does just reward Mega Energy.
Mega Energy and experience.
And then catch 10 Pokemon with Weather Boost for Doduo. It's a flightless bird. Why is it in this event? It can go in the trash.
Unless you're looking for a Kiwi.
Yes. Kiwi bird, the green. I would love a Molga, but it's not the...
To be fair, they're fairly common around where we are.
I know. The one downside of this event is it's putting Emolga in eggs and research versus in the wild where I want them because that's where the stat products I need are. All I'm getting are attack-weighted Emolga from catching in the wild. Somebody help me.
Emolga flies by giving you the middle finger.
Also, Noibet's in 7K eggs, and that's tight.
It's
Get that
better than a
hundo.
10K.
It's better than a 10K. Yes, stuff. It's cool. So far, this event is nice. Also, Mantine in the wild is cool. Get you some.
We ready to roll over to the next topic?
Kind of, sort of. As far as PvP wise, like realistically, the only things I would say don't are Meowth, Psyduck, Doduo. Realistically,
To be fair,
I mean,
Meowth
flying
is-
Flying Pikachu, they can't evolve. There might be a point in which no, wait.
There's no such thing as flying Raichu.
Right.
Flying
No, I'm
Raichu
thinking
can't
as far
hurt
as
you.
there's no special moves or anything for it.
No.
So it's just a cosmetic variation of a Pikachu. There might be a tiny, super tiny, itty bitty little cup at some point where Pikachu is like the bee's knees. I almost swore. I almost swore. There might be a point where Pikachu becomes like the business in a little cup, but it hasn't had that happen yet. And I mean, the balloon flying Pikachu is a pretty cool looking. I gotta say, like it's really well done. But like, you don't gotta worry about it.
Meowth also is not bad if you're going for extra Stardust.
Right. But as far as PvP stuff, like ain't nobody running Persian.
But you can get that candy for
Oh
Berserker.
God, I hate when you make such a good point. Oh, make me look like I'm stupid.
no, just making sure everything's covered.
I'm joking.
Oh, okay.
But no, you make a absolutely fantastic point.
That's Berserker candy.
Extra. That's the Galarian form. That's the Alolan form. It's extra Stardust. And I just haven't been catching them, so I should go do that.
Yeah.
Way to go, me! Woo! Woo!
Okay then. But let's take that energy and get charged about the next community day.
Oh wait, what did I? I
You
put
skipped
these.
it.
I put these in the wrong order.
It's okay. I'm keeping track. I'm a good PR.
May 2022 Community Day.
Please don't.
We got baited. Honda baited us. Go Stadium baited us. They're like, "Hey guys, you ready to roll out?" And we're like, "Oh my god, it's the Alolan Geodude! It's the Alolan Geodude for April. We can't wait!" And then
Niantic, haha, Stuffle.
you activated our trap card. It's Stuffle. And then guess what? May Community Day. It's Alolan Geodude. I hope you don't mind not having Kanto Geodude, because that ain't here. That ain't here, Hoss. Shares candy though. Oh my
True.
My dog's blepping me. I love you, buddy. I love you, Parker.
Alolan Geodude Community Day. What day is it?
Saturday, May 22nd. No, 21st. That's a Sunday. Saturday, May 21st, 2022.
Is it a Saturday or Sunday?
It's a Saturday. from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. So the same 3 hours, but earlier in the day. Get you some. Trainers, we're excited to announce that Alolan Geodude the rock Pokemon.
Do you smell?
Can you smell what the rock is cooking?
This dog do.
He likes the butt pats. Will be featured during May Community Day. Alolan Geodude will appear more frequently in the wild. I would say that's kind of an odd. It's kind of an odd phrase. Like Niantic, maybe you should adjust the literature here. Alolan Geodude will appear more frequently in the wild. Kind of sounds like it was already appearing in the wild before, which it isn't. And more frequently sounds like it's gonna appear like. Oh, yeah, this is a handful of Geodude. This is kind of impressive. When realistic, it's like, oh, my God, there's Geodude everywhere. They're everywhere. What are we going to do? Ah!
Okay.
Yeah. Maybe, I don't know, change the language here.
I think we're getting a little too excited for this community day, to be fair.
I'm just a little too excited in general. I'm sorry. Hey, Doc.
Is it a great community day? No.
Yeah.
Is it PvP relevant? Sure, but not as a golem.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Rollout's going to be... Did they actually release what the stats and what it does?
I don't think so. If they have, I'm not sure. Dog, what are you doing?
I might have dropped a piece of meat.
Ham. Featured attack. Alolan Golem. Evolve Alolan Graveler, Geodude's evolution, during the event or up to 2 hours afterwards to get an Alolan Golem that knows the fast attack rollout.
Wait, fast attack?
It's a fast attack.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, it's sick.
Trainer battles 4 damage.
Yes. No details on energy.
I wonder if that's like a Incinerate clone.
Maybe.
No, because Incinerate does a huge amount of damage.
I think Jerry might have already... Go look up Jerry's Twitter and see if he tweeted the twat. Tweeted the thing. Tweedledee and Tweedlebird. I don't know. Making its Pokemon Go debut, this fast attack generates energy quickly. Trainer battles 4 power, gyms and raids 14 power. It doesn't say how much energy it's gaining, but it just says it generates energy quickly. So it also doesn't say its turn duration, so that doesn't help either. I imagine there's been data mines, but those have also several times in the past been adjusted on the back end after the fact just to bait and switch us. So thanks, Niantic. I don't blame them for it, but it is frustrating. Hip check. Community Day special research story. A rocky road. Are we going to need to get us some ice cream for this?
Stop.
For US $1 or the equivalent pricing tier in your local currency, you'll be able to access the Alolan Geodude Community Day exclusive special research story, A Rocky Road. Stay tuned for when tickets for the special research story go live. Tickets are non-refundable, subject to applicable law and the exceptions set forth in the terms of service. Please note that this special research will not include an in-game medal. New ticket gifting. We're excited to announce that you can now gift a ticket to this Community Day special research to a friend. To give, tap the special research ticket, then tap the gift button instead of the buy button. Stay tuned for more details on how to use this new feature. That's kind of neat. Certain restrictions apply. Gifting cannot be completed if the recipient has purchased a special research ticket or has been gifted one already. Blah, 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 blah. Event bonuses. 3 times Stardust for catching Pokemon. Any Pokemon. 2 times Candy for catching Pokemon. Any Pokemon. 2 times chance to receive Geodude XL candy from catching a Alolan Geodude. This is the same as Stuffle. Or this is a similar bonus to what we had for Stuffle. Incense activated during the event will last for 3 hours. Lure modules activated during the event will last for 3 hours. Take a few snapshots during Community Day for a chance to encounter a Alolan Geodude. I'm amending the statement because it's not a surprise when you know what it is. Or it's less of a surprise. I don't know. Shout out to all the kids that found your Christmas presents before Christmas came.
So I've got that information here.
Give me one more moment here. One additional special trade can be made during the event and up to 2 hours afterwards for a maximum of 2 for the day. That is also a benefit that happened during Stuffle Community Day. Trades during the event and up to 2 hours afterwards will require 50% less Stardust. Also a benefit that we saw during Stuffle Community Day. I think 3 times Stardust is the only thing that was different as far as benefits than Stuffle Community Day. Because Stuffle Community Day, I think, was it bonus Stardust as well? I don't remember. I'll have to pull it up. I'll look later. Bonuses for groups. Work together with other trainers to unlock additional bonuses. If enough Pokemon are caught with help from a single lure module, the 3 times catch Stardust bonus for trainers near the lured Pokestop will become a 4 times bonus for 30 minutes. Asterisk. This bonus will not stack with the 3 times catch Stardust bonus and will instead replace it. Hopefully we'll actually be able to tell when that bonus is active.
Yeah, I didn't remember saying anything for Stuffle.
I didn't either. Maybe have an aura or something. Or no. They did. They made it so that there was confetti or something. I don't know.
Outside of the lure?
Yes. Something like that.
So information on rollout. Damage per turn 2.0.
Okay.
So 4 total for a 2-turn move.
Mm-hmm.
Energy per turn is 4.0. 8 per use for a 2-turn move. The most similar equivalent is Spark.
Interesting.
So a generally fast move for little to mid-range damage, but pretty decent energy gain.
What runs Spark normally that I can use as a baseline?
Magnezone, Lantern, Probopass, Luxray.
Lantern. The problem with Lantern is it has huge...
It has bulk.
Yes, but it has huge requirements for its charge moves.
Yeah.
So...
Which a Golem still does in Wild Charge, Rock Blast, and Stone Edge.
Right, but I don't think they're quite as big requirements. So this might actually be kind of good.
Yeah.
The only downside is you're switching your damage type from electric to rock.
And I think Volt Switch still probably the better move.
Let me pull that up then. Do you want to read event bundle? Actually, I'll just breeze through event bundles here. There will be a special one-time purchase community day box available for 975 Pokecoins featuring 1 Super Incubator, 1 Lucky Egg, 1 Elite Fast TM, and 1 Star Piece. Are they continuing to do Elite Fast TMs? This is the 3rd community day. Technically 3rd because Community Day Classic. Community Day Classic, Stuffle, and then this one, all with 1 Elite Fast TM. Now, again, I've said it before, and I'll say it again. This could be a typo, and they could be saying it's an Elite Charge TM. But realistically, because it's a fast move, it would make sense for it to be an Elite Fast TM. I just want them to switch it over to an Elite Charge TM if we have a community with a charged move. So, yeah. And then stickers. That sticker's pretty tight. The sticker up here in the top corner with the Geodude popping out of the Golem, that's pretty sick. So, I like it. Stuff things. Let me look up what was it? What was the other? I want to look up what its current, Wild Charge, so we can compare the two. Let me know, how are you feeling about Alolan Geodude's Community Day? While I look this up.
So the one thing I do keep pressing on for trainers that might need that XP bonus, keep them and trade them with your friends. Because when you trade Geodudes or Gravelers, Golem is a free evolution for its 3rd form. Or Graveler is a free evolution cost. So essentially you can pop a Lucky Egg on after Community Day, do a bunch of trades with your friends. Well, wait to pop the Lucky Egg until you're done trading. But more or less, evolve as many as you can just to get that free experience boost. Or hold the Gravelers until we have another XP bonus event. Let me see. We had an announcement for what Spotlight Hours are coming up and what they are.
Oh.
Real quickly. What?
Yes, that's something I don't have on the list of things that is like May's announcement of stuff that's going on. I should.
So currently for tonight, it's Wingull with 2x Catch Candy. What is Geodude's Day?
21st.
Okay.
Is it the week after?
It's a week before.
Oh, double XP for evolving.
Yeah.
Which means you got to leave it in your inventory for like potentially a month.
Oh yeah, if you want to hold off for double XP.
Yeah,
and there's no event this month for double transfer candy, or it's next week.
Oh, for double transfer.
Yeah. So they put the two things you would need for this community day before it.
That's frustrating. Now, well, so here's. I've got to remember the details because I did it the last spotlight hour. I think I did ballpark 100 evolutions or so within the hour because the animations do take time and you can't skip them.
Yep.
If you're looking to grind XP, keep about 100 traded Alolan golems. Gravelers.
2 golems.
So that you can evolve them into golems.
Or trade them as
Geodude
Geodude
actually,
first.
trade them as Geodude and keep them, and then you can evolve them twice.
Yeah.
So realistically, keep what?
50?
Keep 50 to 60 that have been traded, and then do the free evolutions, and then transfer them.
Sir Maximus, you're a saint. Thank you.
Tier 1 sub to Niantic. Are they actually in the chat? Is there a Niantic in the chat? I don't think there is. That's great. That's great. Can I click out of this? What have I done?
You broke Steven.
But
yes, definitely hold on to some of those Alolan Geodudes. Yes, it is going to be a less interesting community day than what people are looking for.
I don't think this is actually Niantic, but that is funny.
Take it chill. This is definitely a community day to hang out with your friends if you can. It's an early morning one. It's what, 11 to 2?
Yes, 11 to 2.
Grab some breakfast before community day, or maybe even plan a barbecue or something.
Yeah.
Do something, hang out with your locals.
Oh, or you get up a little early and you barbecue breakfast.
Brunch hours. Sir
hours.
Maximus.
Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah.
You swore!
Hell's not swearing.
Shut up. It's not as bad as what I've done, but
yeah, no.
It's
HE double hockey stick.
It's still an expletive.
Oh my gosh.
Is Shiny Alolan Geodude just like a little bit too orange for mimosas?
Ooh.
Screwdrivers? No, wait, which? No, they're basically the same thing.
Avocado
Orange
toast and mimosas.
We gotta go down to Vegas where we can open container laws so we can drink mimosas while playing Pokemon Go, walking around the streets of Las Vegas. Because in Washington, that will get you questioned at the very least by the police real quick.
Depending on where you are.
That's true. Oh no, sir, it's just orange juice. Are you sure? There's not another
Here,
beverage?
have a sip.
Yeah. Do you want some? You wanna share? OJ and OG. Orange juice and Alolan Geodude.
Stop. That'd be AG.
It would be AG. I goofed.
Well, speaking about events.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, May. It is May. No more of this. It's going to be May. It is May. May content update, May Community Day, Tapu Fini and raids, a mega moment, and more. May Community Day, it is Alolan Geodude, the rock Pokemon. Mega update, Pokemon Air Adventures. In May 12th through the 20th, we are looking at the Water Festival. Look
Moist.
out. Huh?
Moist
Boys. We're hanging out together with the Moist Boys. Look out for a surge of water-type Pokemon from Thursday, May 12th through Friday, May 20th. A surge of... it should be a surge of... Gross. It should be a Surge of electric type because Surge is the Gen 1 electric type leader. Please. Are you drinking? Is it a hydrate?
Yeah. I think it's a great time to hydrate.
Water
Festival, though.
Water Festival. It is, what is that?
We'll get into
8
details
days,
as you scroll on.
A little bit of a week. Oh, did they actually give details?
Yep.
Sweet. And Alola to Alola from Wednesday, May 25th to Tuesday, May 31st. Celebrate and look back at all the adventures trainers have had this year with Pokemon found in Alola.
So your 5-star raids until May 3rd are going to be Therian Farm Landorus. Tuesday, May 10th will be the last of the Tapus with Tapu Fini until May 25th, so roughly almost 2 weeks. This is your... What? I am talking on the mic.
No, it's not. It's pointing away from you.
This is your Master League Azu for the most part. And then from May 25th until Wednesday, June 1st, it is going to be all 4 of them.
They all here.
So if there's any that you missed or if there's any you want to collect some more of, this is a great opportunity to do that.
What's the slogan for Smash Bros?
Everyone is here. Da 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 da. Da 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 da.
Tapu Koko. Tapu Lele. Tapu Bulu. Tapu Fini. Ready?
Go! Super Alolan Deities!
All right. I give it to you.
That's it.
Yeah, they're all Echo Fighters of each other.
Oof.
I mean, they're all fairy types, right?
Yes.
There you go.
They are electric, psychic, grass, and water.
Yep. Well, you wouldn't expect the grass one because the grass one's like red. It's like a red-orange.
He's got pencil horns.
Yeah.
And now you can't unsee that.
Thanks, dude. But like all of the rest of them are like, oh yeah, that could be. I can see that as an electric. I can see that as psychic. I can see that as fire. Oh, it's grass. What? Is that a water type? Yeah. And you're like,
I mean, I think he's supposed to be like the earth deity.
But why is he grass then? Why is he not grown?
Because ground fairy would be disgusting.
Would it? Would it though?
We don't have one, and there's a reason.
Why?
Because ground beats steel, which is fairy's biggest weakness.
I know, but it's still.
And ground also beats poison, which is fairy's biggest weakness.
Oh, lol, make it fairy steel.
We already have that.
Sorry, poison.
We already have that. It's called Klefki.
We don't have that in game yet.
Yeah, I do.
Oh, it's in France.
It's a regional.
Oh, it's in France. It's also weak, isn't it?
Yes.
Super frail. Bro,
So
I'm about to bend it. Can't use this key anymore.
Your megas, sadly, Kangaskhan Khan has come and gone.
Bye. My child.
Fun fact, if you mega one of those and put it as your buddy, it throws the kid up on its shoulder and runs around with it.
It's 10 p.m. Do you know where your children are?
From May 3rd to May 10th, we'll have the double lattes. During your water event. That's an appropriate one. During the water event, you'll have Mega Blastoise.
That's the Mega Moist Boy.
That's a Panzer.
Yeah.
And then from Wednesday, May 25th till June 1st is going to be Mega Altaria.
Which is cool. And makes sense because the Tapus, as the 5 stars, are fairy type.
Which beat the Mega.
Which help beat the Mega.
And vice versa.
No. No, because it's very dragon. Dragon would just have a hard time with the Tapus. I mean, depending on moveset, but yes.
Your Mega raid hours, your raid hours for the month of May 4th is going to be both the Lattes. May 11th, 18th, and 25th will include Tapu Fini.
It's a lot of time for Tapu Fini.
And then it's also the best one.
Yeah. Oh, and the 25th is being shared by all of the Tapus.
Is being shared for all 4 of them. Unfortunately, your research breakthrough for the month of May will be Alolan Grimer.
Unfortunately.
Not a lot of people are incredibly happy about that.
I mean, I'm okay with it. It's more chances to get the hundo.
Sir.
But I'm also a stinky pleb, so.
Can I get some stinky plebs in the chat?
Stinky plebs.
Pokemon Spotlight Hours. Today was May 3rd. Wingle for 2 times Catch Candy.
Yep.
Next week will be Numel without the chance to be shiny because it's going to be one of the featured ones for GoFest. So, of course, they're not going to make that mistake again, put out a new shiny to devalue your ticket. It'll be two times candy for transferring. May 17th will be Magikarp with 2 times XP for evolving, which is kind of a slap in the face when you think about it because Magikarp's a 400 Evo.
Yeah.
I know this one you were super excited for sarcastically. May 24th will be Seal.
It keeps coming back. It haunts me.
Not the round boy, the Kanto Seal.
I can't spell.
It'll be 2
seal
times.
and feel.
One
Name
has
different.
One has feelings.
And one has ceilings.
It'll be 2 times Catch Stardust. And then May 31st is 2 times.
The thing no one asked for.
Picky Peck.
2 times XP for catching Pokemon. We're on fire tonight. I wasn't sure how this podcast was going to go, but I got to say, we're coming in with an energy.
And don't forget,
it's not
hats
mega.
featured during the Season of Heritage will be in the shop. You can buy that Dino hat, buy that Gumi hat, or buy that Noibat hat.
So last season's
Fashion.
Seasons of Heritage timed research rewards are now being put in the shop.
And then one that I'm kind of looking forward to.
We're not drunk. Sir Maximus, we are entirely sober, which makes this all the more fun, to be honest.
Oh, you would like me drunk.
No, maybe not.
One other announcement is the new Buddy widget debut.
Oh. In early May. I like the egg widget. It's kind of nice. But then again, realistically, I don't pay too much attention to it because I have the game open all the time.
Yeah.
So
I think the Buddy widget will be nice because that'll be a way for people to be like, oh, look, it's got gifts for me. And, hey, this is the answer to not remembering to get your Buddy interaction for those 30 days.
Yeah. Get your hearts in.
Who was it? Was it Wholesome? No, it wasn't Wholesome.
It was Jerry Seawolf.
No, there was someone that I want to say it was maybe the Nut had to remind people every day to do the interaction. This is his out.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. You could just put a bot in a Discord.
I could.
At everyone.
Twice a day. Please remember to feed your buddy.
Yeah.
They are hungry too.
Feed your buddy and get your interaction, your daily interaction.
But yeah, May's got some interesting stuff coming up. Outside of the official announcements for Pokemon Go, we also have a big event, 2 regional events, so to speak.
This one?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Play Pokemon Saturday morning, May 7th, this Saturday, if you're listening to this podcast. If it's past May 7th, go check out the VODs. They're up on YouTube, and it's great. At Play Pokemon posted yesterday, May 2nd. Set those alarms now and make sure you power up your roster. Saturday morning kicks off bright and early with Pokemon Go with the talented DeFi 250 or 250. DeFi. No, DeFi E? I'm butchering it. I'm sorry. Speediest Chief, 2-0 Butters, and Wholesome Pogo as your hosts. 5/7, 6:45 a.m. PT, twitch.tv/Pokemon Go. Yeah, it's cool. The North American, is this regionals? No.
Yeah, this is one of the North American regionals.
Yes, it's one of the North American regionals, but it's not the Continentals. Was the European Championship that happened, 2 weekends ago? Was that their Continentals?
Mm-hmm.
Or okay. So then now we're moving on to North American tournaments.
Yep.
North American regionals. So this is Indianapolis.
Yep.
Vancouver's happening later this month.
Yep.
And a couple of other North American ones. And our regional was supposed to be Florida, which is not happening.
Correct.
So we won't have, maybe that's why this one's getting streamed and not, there's no regional to stream. Right? Am I thinking of that right?
That sounds right.
Okay.
I'm sure people will correct us if we're wrong. But as always, if you want to participate, I think the tickets have sold out. But you can also, I saw his comment. You can go to the Play Pokemon website or their Twitter account to find out more.
Yes. I'm excited. We're
All-Star Cast. I'm interested to watch if I'm not working.
Right. It's a Saturday morning.
Yeah.
Oof. I will probably set an alarm and maybe not. We're not going to simulcast, but I might just be live on Twitch in like a Discord call with other people if other people want to hang out watching the live stream. So if people want to watch along, we'll do a watch along. That's what it's going to be called. I won't put Play Pokemon stream up on our stream. You could just run the two streams in parallel, I think.
You should be able to.
It'll be a little awkward, but we'll figure it out. Yeah, it's kind of serendipity there, Maximus.
Nightbot is savage. Be careful.
Actually, Nightbot's cooled off recently.
We haven't had the traffic that it's needed to moderate lately either.
It's needed to throw around its weight.
What was it? JR Honda was doing a Go Stadium stream, and Nightbot was going off, and I made the comment, Nightbot being more aggressive than Norton Antivirus. And he's like, true.
What was the other event that was going on?
Go Fest.
Oh, that's right. That's happening in June.
Did we want to wait to talk about that?
This
is the announcement for the in-person ticket.
Oh, did they announce the details or was that?
Yes, everything has been announced.
God,
we can hold off for next episode if you want to. Because that one doesn't happen for a while still.
Yeah, let's hold off.
Okay.
We'll talk more about it next week and who knows.
But the tickets are on sale. They're two separate events with different habitats. Stick around. We will talk about it on the next episode in 2 weeks.
As long as the next episode isn't absolutely bonkers.
With other events.
Yeah. With other news. We're already almost an hour and a half in, and I want to talk about other things. So I don't want this to go
3 hours.
2.5 hours.
So the information is out there if you want to look early and kind of learn more about what you have to do. But this is the buy your own. It's $15 standard for U.S. with taxes. I'm not saying it's 15 exactly. It's probably something like $15.50 or something, but also local currency. You have to take that into consideration. There has been issues with it in some areas of the world costing a little bit more for Apple than Android, but that's just because of how their markets work and how they translate those costs. So be aware there is a difference in prices for some areas. The content is interesting. You're more or less like many of these Go Fest, you're paying for new opportunities to find shinies.
Yeah.
The only new Pokemon are regionals if you don't live in those regions for Torkoal and Tropius, and then Shaman, which is a mythical, which in this form is nothing more than cosmetic.
Grass
Psychic.
Neat.
Another Celebi.
Yeah.
But the information is out there if you are someone that needs to know sooner about what the tickets are for. It'll be Saturday, June 4th and Sunday, June 5th. First day is catching. Second day is raids and rockets. That's the TLDR version that we're going to give you here tonight.
Okay.
Welcome to the meta-analysis.
All right, let's talk briefly about Firefly Cup. Firefly Cup. Firefly Cup. We talked about it on a top level last episode of the podcast. I'm going to talk a little bit on some hands-on experience that I got for doing a practice tournament with Chronic Insomniac and a couple of other people. The core of this meta is fighters and electrics with diverse second typings. It's basically how it boils down to. I have to keep telling Jesse, no one's going to run Lickitung. Someone can, tell me otherwise. What was the thing that you're like, oh, if they run this normal type, like, I'm going to have a problem. And I'm like, I will do something. I will, like, give you $1 or something if someone runs this Pokemon, and I don't remember what it was. If you go up against this Pokemon.
Was it Stoutland?
No. No, because that's completely and totally.
Was it Dunsparce?
No one's. Those are two completely ridiculous picks.
There was something I said that if I see this, you'll pay me money.
Something to that effect. It was like I would get you a donut or something.
I know it wasn't Regigigas.
No. Might have been like Regice or something.
Maybe it was Regice.
I don't think it was Regice though.
Anyways,
Firefly Cup.
What's the format?
Normal bug, electric, poison and ice types. Banned are Megas, ground types, Walrein, Escavalier, Dragalge, Salazzle, and Pachirisu. Data first coming out here. Cup stats. We're looking at
3 days in.
3 days in. Toxicroak is leading at a 37% usage. Vigoroth at a 36%. I want to say that's bumped up. Wormadam, Trash, Frostlass, Drapion, Alolan Graveler, Galvantula, Beedrill, Luxray, Heracross, Litleo, Lantern. I'm going to stop reading them now. Pyroar at a higher usage than I would expect it. Pyroar is bad. It's bad.
This is just your personal experience.
Personal experience. Pyroar.
I mean, Pyroar is really only here to kill the bug steals. That's all it's doing.
Yes.
Because there is no fire options. Pyroar and Litleo are allowed because they have the normal typing, which is allowed.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, you're looking at your pseudo fighters in things like Roserade with Weather Fireball or Fire Weather Ball.
Yes.
Luxray with the weird hidden power fire. What was a couple of the other ones?
Fire types. There's a couple of things with hidden power. The
Electivire with flamethrower.
Yep.
There's like one or two other really weird things that have an access to a fire move, but they just don't perform.
No, and I don't think they're even on this list.
No.
As far as usage.
But yeah, I think you just had bad experiences with the Pyroar. I think you have to catch it on those ideal matchups.
You really have to, like, it's either bench pressure or you really have to know what position it's in.
Yeah.
The unfortunate thing is this meta, besides something like Lickitung, there's like very little bulk. Wormadam Trash is probably the most viable that'll give you bulk. The other benefit is it will absolutely delete a Toxicroak. It will erase it from existence, Thanos Snap style, basically.
2 confusions.
Ballpark 3. It's wild. The benefit is it realistically fears Litleo, and that's it.
Litleo, Pyroar, or anything with access to energy for a fire type. Oh, Skunk Tank. That's the other one I was thinking
Skunk Tank's got a flamethrower, yes. But it's also a little bit more...
It's a little bit more bulky, but it does have poison jab. So if you are trying to fight those bug steals, you want to come in with already having energy on it.
Deshaun Utah is asking if your rank 3 Litleo has bulk. Or you're using your rank 3 Litleo.
I currently am not. So what was it that I built? I built a team the other night on our hangout session.
Mm-hmm.
So if anybody wants to copy this team, I'm running... Actually, you know what? I'm going to send you the link on PvPoke, and you can pull it up and look at it. We can digest it.
Okay. I'm actually going to pull up my team from the practice tournament.
From the practice tournament?
Yes. So I ran Fortress, Toxicroak, Galvantula, Pyroar, Alolan Golem, and Obstagoon. So personal experience, I think Pyroar was very frail. I didn't mind this team in its entirety. But I feel like this team and overall this meta doesn't have very much bulk at all. The normal
few things that are bulky are the bug steals, and
a couple of the bug steals, but they're medium bulk because there's counter. and there's counter abundant.
Right.
And then the normal types, which have incredible bulk, even though there's counter. The problem is they're not winning matchups.
They're either at
your
best
Chanseys,
tying.
Your Chanseys, Snorlaxes don't have a ton of play offensively here. A stall team for sure, if you felt like running it, and if you wanted to make enemies and turn friends into enemies and just generally piss people off, you could run a stall team here. This I think is a meta for it. You run a trash Wormadam. You run XLs galore, basically.
Yeah.
Trash Wormadam. You
Greedent.
maybe run a Litleo, and then you run
Lickitung,
Chansey,
Snorlax. Anything that can stall out the timer.
Phil. Yeah. And then maybe
that
throw
has
a
bulk
fighter
and
in.
stall the timer.
Yeah. Oh, Lantern.
So here are your bulkiest picks for this cup. Fortress comes in at number 3. Wormadam Trash is number 4. Chansey is number 9. Regice is number 13. 14 is Obstagoon. Lickitung is 17.
Do you say Obstagoon is bulky?
It's showing up as a considered bulky option.
I mean,
it's walling anything that has lick.
Mine is a rank 500, so it's not ideal. It's probably also a couple levels below what the ideal Obstagoon is. The one thing is Obstagoon's double weak to counter, and people are at least running one counter
One
user,
of the counter users.
if not 2 per team.
Yeah, so you this is the anti-counter beater.
Obstagoon's a weird.
It beats interesting things.
It like statistically it has bulk, but the problem is this meta kind of tells it. No.
It destroys Litleo, Lickitung, Graveler, Magnezone, and Frostlass, while being weak to any of the bug or counter users. Other bulky options are Lapras, Snorlax, Greedent.
I mean, I guess.
Oranguru, and then most of the cast forms.
Oh, that's right. Orangaru's here.
Yeah.
How does it do against Toxie?
It beats it.
Like, crazily?
Let's find out.
Because I don't have a Trash Wormadam. The only... Oh! That was another one.
The one I'm on my team?
Maybe. Let me click. Are you running what I think you're running? No, you're not running what I think you're running. Dustox.
Oh, God.
If you don't have a Trash Wormadam, Dustox will also delete Toxicroak.
That's not my team I made last night either.
That's the link you sent me.
I know. I'll have to send you the right
one. Yeah. Dustox will...
Oranguru beats Roserade, Toxicroak, Lickitung, Frostlass, and Beedrill.
One more time?
Roserade, Toxicroak with a rank of 820. Lickitung with 586.
Okay.
Frostlass with 557. Beedrill 539.
557?
It's beating it if it gets to foul play. But Frostlass is also using the ice, which it doesn't resist.
Yeah.
Its biggest weaknesses are Magnezone, Wormadam, Vigoroth, Galvantula, Graveler.
Okay.
Which are to be expected.
Yeah. Yeah, this is a meta where you can probably pull off a Dustox. You've got to do a little bit of tweaking as far as team comp around it because it's is it still a bug poison?
Which one?
Dustox.
Yes, it's bug poison.
Bug poison, but it's running charm, and it's big.
Let me plug in this team real quick and send you the right one.
Okay.
So talk about your team.
So the primary takeaway that I had is Toxicroak's really important. And Alolan Golem feels like a fairly solid lead. Now, the one downside is I was running my Alolan Golem with the Rock Fast move. I can't ever remember what it's called.
The Golem?
Yeah.
It's not Smackdown, is it?
As a Rock Fast move?
No, it's Rock Throw.
Rock Throw. So I was running it Rock Throw instead of Volt Switch. Which means that in most matchups, it's slow to getting to charge moves, which is not ideal. But in the mirror matchup, it does win with Rock Throw over Volt Switch. again, not ideal. I switched over to Volt Switch for those of you that are going to be playing in our tournament. I'll probably lead Alolan Golem a lot, and it has Volt Switch and Wild Charge and is it not Rock Smash?
Stone Edge or Rock Blast?
Rock Blast. Yeah, so now you know exactly what I'm going to lead. It feels pretty good. It has some solid options between going Wild Charge or going Rock Blast. So
All right, that's the correct one.
there's a little bit more play with it versus
The bug steals, the only thing is you got to hope you don't see a fighter lead.
yeah, which I think might happen a little bit, because I think a Toxie lead is actually not too bad. The only downside is there's a lot of bug that are going to be disadvantageous against with the fighter. The chance of hitting a bug lead with Toxie is a little bit unfortunate. But I feel like Alolan Golem is not a bad option.
It is going to be a lower level. So
yes,
you do have to watch out for that.
but I don't know about Alolan Graveler because it's straight rock. It's in a Volt
Alolan
Switch.
Graveler?
Yeah.
You mean in the charge moves?
Yes. When it
Okay.
comes to a lead, it doesn't have as many options.
Well, if you run it standard core Volt Switch, Rock Blast, Stone Edge, you get to those both relatively about the same time, and you can either choose to bait or just go for huge damage.
Right, but you don't have.
Electric.
Yeah,
You're
don't have
getting
that.
that in the fast move.
Yeah, but it's not a ton of damage.
It's not, but
you have a little less. You have a little less flexibility.
Correct.
I liked what I had of Alolan
with
Golem here.
with Golem. Okay. But yeah, if you so on your team overall, what would you say was your weak point? What would you say was something you enjoyed? I mean, you've kind of said that with Alolan Golem.
It's Pyroar. I think, and I'd never used Obstagoon before. And the downside is like Obstagoon changed the meta.
The other fire type I was thinking of, Zebstrika, Pseudo Fire.
Oh yeah, because it's got Wild Charge or Flame Charge.
Yeah.
Lol. That's a thing. I wasn't super impressed, which is a kind of a bummer.
With Obstagoon or Pyroar?
With Obstagoon.
Okay.
It's the first. I'd never built an Obstagoon before. I'd never used it, so that was a dex entry, for me.
Didn't seem like it did enough for what it's been acclaimed for.
Yeah, and that might have just been like the one or two matchups I used it. It wasn't able to perform, so I just didn't feel like it was as impressive for me. Hopefully I have a better opportunity to use it in the future. I don't think I'll run it here in this meta.
Okay.
Toxie is like the go-to. Toxie and Vigo, I think, are your two primaries.
Yeah,
if
and they
someone's
both
not
have
running one or
different-
the other, they're running both. So, except there's the absolute goofball Cannonballs is running Litleo, Ladian, Grimer, Nidorina, Alolan Geodude, and Alolan Sandshrew, because they like running XLs up the hoo-ha. Yeah, I don't understand it.
Did you end up matching up against them?
Yes.
How was that experience?
It's ridiculous.
Was it one of those things where you're caught off guard because you don't know their moves?
I didn't know Nidorina, you're running Purified. It used Return and nearly one-shot my Alolan Golem. So yeah. I was like, Nidorina has Poison Jab and Poison Fang, I think. What's its third move? Gets hit with Return. Oh, there it is. All right. Yeah, it's weird. There's a lot of yeah. No comment. Yeah, apparently Cannonballs in Chronic Insomniac's practice tournaments. Cannonballs, from what I can tell, always runs XL Pokemon. Like a full team of 6 maxed out level 50, which is wild. It feels kind of excessive. So yeah, I didn't really enjoy that matchup, but whatever. You live and you learn. Yeah. Yeah. I honestly like I don't if you don't have the Litleo, like I don't have the XL and I have a rank 32 Great League Litleo. I don't want to spend the XL candy and the Stardust on something that's not better. And I don't know, maybe that's my problem. Maybe I should just not care and just go for it anyway. Because if ever there's
I think in this cup, it's going to come down to one or two things that you're really going to heavily invest XLs in and resources. And I think Wormadam overall, of most of them other than Lickitung, probably makes them... Lickitung will be a good generalist outside of even this meta.
Mm-hmm.
And Wormadam really only seems to perform anymore in Sylph metas. I don't see many Wormadams in Open Great League because of things like Talonflame.
Mm-hmm.
So if you are tied to resources, kind of pick and choose your battles there. Because like for me right now, I'm sitting on the fence with my team if I really want to run Trash Wormadam or not. I could consider Oranguru, but then I'm tripling up on things that are weak to fighting. Whereas if I'm running Wormadam Trash, I just have to worry about the fire.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to grab the team there?
Yes. Is this the right?
Yeah, it's the one I sent.
Okay, you deleted the other one?
Yeah.
Fortress, Toxicroak, Wormadam Trash, Galvantula, Crustal, Vigoroth?
Nope, that's not the right one.
Where are you sending it?
I sent it on Discord. Did I delete the wrong one?
Maybe. No, you sent this one at 7:57.
Nope, it's sending the same one. I'm sorry. 1 second.
No worries.
This link thing.
Do you want to just tell me?
I can rather show it up on stream, though.
Okay.
Copy.
All
right, let's try that. Why is it still doing Crustal? I don't understand.
I don't know either. Are you copy and pasting the link from the top?
Bottom?
Oh, the link from the bottom? Do the link from the top.
I'm just going to refresh it and hope that it doesn't still have Crustal.
Goodness gracious.
I'm sorry, everyone.
No worries.
I think there are some interesting ones to look at for this meta. Raichu is one that I sat on for a long time yesterday with Kanto Raichu.
Still Crustal.
I'm working on it.
Oh, okay. Oh, you're deleting. I see. You didn't add a new link. You deleted it.
It's...
Yeah, Shadow Starly.
All right, you want to open PV Pokemon, we'll just plug them in.
Yes,
because this
sir. Is annoying. Yes. No. Team Builder. Yes.
All right. Fortress.
Hold on. Firefly.
Standard moveset.
Yep.
Wormadam. Graveler. Luxray.
Ooh, feeling spicy today, aren't we?
Toxicroak.
Feeling a bog standard, are we?
And then super spicy Beware.
Oh, right. We
But
talked about Beware.
instead of Stomp, Drain Punch.
Yee, I like it. All right. Hopefully none of the people that are participating in our tournament are listening to this right now.
Well, I might not play in our tournament.
Oh, what?
I might step back and take a coaching
Whack
for this month.
Absolutely wild. Holy cow, Colorado destroying. I'll take it. Sorry.
So go ahead and run that.
Great team. Oh, 0 attack, 1 defense, 14 HP, Shadow Starly. That's what I like. Coverage A, bulk D, safety B, consistency C.
Which is funny because on my screen it says B for consistency.
Did you plug in your
Yeah,
proper IVs, though?
No, these are different IVs. These are the standard ones.
Okay. You're looking at a B consistency and not a C?
Yeah, see, look.
weird.
Anyways, this is what I built, and this is what I'm liking from what I saw. Unless things have changed and I need to refresh the page.
I don't know. Threat score of 516, which I think is what you were getting earlier.
I got 524 on here. What is it doing?
What? That's weird.
Oh, because the Beware has Stomp on here.
Oh, look at you.
Yay.
So you're losing consistency, but you have more weird stuff going on with Drain Punch.
More shenanigans.
Yes.
So the reason I picked what I did was you are more or less going to have to double down on a type or a move in this cup from what it appears. Because almost every other time I plug something in, if I plugged in or if I plugged in Cantonian Raichu, which I think is going to be a hot pick this month because it's got both the electric to be a menace to the bug steals, and then it also has access to the it's not Karate Chop, Cross Chop. Maybe I'm thinking. Let me pull up my matchups here. Raichu has Brick Break. Brick Break hits a lot of the pseudo fighters and things like Obstagoon. It beats the rocks. It beats the darks. So Cantonian Raichu does have some good matchups.
Mm-hmm.
So it is one to consider. What was it we were looking at? It's 10 Shadow Claws to 2 superpowers with Beware.
Yup.
That is gross. Beware, I think, is going to be something to be a force reckoned with. The ideal matchup is I don't want Beware against other fighters or other normals.
Mm-hmm.
So it and Wormadam Trash make a really good combo because they cover each other's weaknesses.
Mm-hmm.
And Beware just wrecks any Litleo that gets in its way with one superpower.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is you have to get through those shields. And then running something like Graveler or Toxicroak are also other answers to fire or other fighting options or other things that might threaten Beware or Wormadam. So, and then Fortress and Luxray. Luxray is a very good neutralist in this cup. Nothing wants to get hit by Psychic Fangs, especially the fighters and the poisons.
Mm-hmm.
Toxicroak is one of the few options outside of something like Beedrill or Fortress with Earthquake that have decent ground moves because ground is banned in this cup. And you know the dark poisons will be around because they are only afraid of ground, which is banned in this cup. So you will see things like Drapion. Potentially you will see Skunk Tanks because they are bulky and have a fire option. I think the big one, though, you want to jump back over to Self Arena. So your big ones are Toxicroak, which is only really weak to flying and psychic in this meta, unless you can run the Toxicroak race in the mirror matchup or get a bulldoze off from some of the pseudo normals. Unfortunately, again, the thing you need to have the shields. Heracross is a very limited option because it is a regional, and the only access that people like we've had for them has been through rating. It did recently get the move Rock Blast added, so if you want something to take out the flying options or the Litleos, honestly, Heracross just beats a Litleo just by using counter. Same with Lickitung. You could run it with Rock Blast as a bait move or as something that can just wreck some of the non-steel bugs. So things like Galvantula will also be popular. It buries Crustle pretty well. Golbat is an interesting pick.
There's too many rock and electrics.
Yeah, it's rock and electrics are everywhere in the meta,
Yeah.
and ground fighting is there to punch those, but then you have to make sure the fighting is covered. I think, like we mentioned before, your counter users are going to be one of your core picks, followed by protection and weakness for those. That's kind of be your kind of triangle for this meta.
And Lantern's got some play. It's one of the only water types in this whole meta.
With access to electric as well.
Yes, it's...
Unfortunately, though, Lantern is also weak to the other electrics.
Yes.
There are some really weird grasses that you can run, but I think normal electric fighting and rock are going to be normal electric fighting, and bug steal are going to be the most prevalent that you see this month.
Mm-hmm. And then there's Frostlass.
Frostlass is there to be the anti-fighter.
It's an incredibly relevant neutral in all of this.
Yeah. As long as it's not up against the steals, Ice will do neutral at best against everything.
The speed in which it can get to avalanches is insane. So it is a force of nature.
Pro tip, don't run Haunter or Gengar. They might look appealing, but don't do it.
Well, I mean, Haunter has a 2% usage and Gengar isn't on this list.
Yeah,
so.
but the factor for them is they are there to be anti-fighters. The unfortunate part is all the fighters have answers for them.
Yep. Literally anything else. Toxie with Mud Bomb, Vigo. I mean, realistically, Vigo is. I mean, you're what? Bulldoze?
Bolo's Body Slam.
Yeah. No, Body Slam isn't doing anything because it's Ghost.
Oh, you're talking about the Ghost?
Yeah. If fighters having an option
To be fair, you can still spam Body Slam, and it's still going to hurt.
Yeah.
There's not many bulky Ghost options.
Realistically, it should be. Was it quad resist though, isn't it? Because it's immunity.
Yeah.
In the main series game, so yeah. Yeah. I mean, I said before that I really liked the concept of this meta. Yeah, I'm starting to like it a little less, but it's.
Is it
it's still
approachable?
reasonable.
Yes. But your team construction's really going to need to pay attention to what you're weak to.
It's a lot of frailty. It's a lot of
this is a
Pokemon
glassy
here.
cup.
Yeah. If you wanted to double down on bulk, you're running stall tactics. You're not winning by conventional methods. And again, that's going to piss people off. So unless you want to be that person, don't do it.
And we talked about, I think it was in the BSAT or previous episode when we talked about the meta, how to use those stall tactics effectively.
I don't remember having that conversation.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
About how you need to have 3 Pokemon surviving even if they have no HP.
Yes, I think we did.
Yeah.
Briefly talk about. Yeah. It's whoever has the most Pokemon surviving at the end of the timer.
It determines the win condition.
If it's tied, then it's whichever one has the most HP.
Right.
And it's not necessarily size of the bar. It's numerical.
Yeah.
Numerical amount of HP remaining.
But kind of quick summary for this cup. Find an @counter user. Find something to support that @counter user. And something that beats the thing that beats your counter user.
Little before we wrap it up here and move on to some small topic end of show stuff. At SylphGG just a couple minutes ago, 2022 regional host applicants. Check sylph.gg. All hosts have been chosen and contacted about their event via sylph.gg. Please schedule a date and notify your community about the event details. A list of locations will be provided for all regional events in the coming days, so potential invitees can start planning for the tournaments. Invitations will be sent to competitors during the second half of May. Thank you for all tournament organizers that applied. So
I think we know who ours is, and that's bowling. They're doing it
okay.
again this year.
Okay.
For
Western Washington?
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, I forgot to mention, if you are looking for a place to play a Firefly Cup meta, I was looking at the calendar, and for the month of May, I'm thinking the 11th will be our start date. So as of this recording next week on a Wednesday.
Okay.
I feel like that's a pretty fair. That gives us 3 weeks to play, especially with all the events coming up this month, a little bit of extra wiggle room in time.
June, July, and August are probably going to be gross, but then again, I think we're nearing.
This is the second to last month, I think.
Yeah, June was going to be the last month, so
only 2 more big metas. Again, if you want to come hang out, Discord linked below in most of our media platforms. Come join in. Say hey at Steven or at Jesse. I want to join for the Sylph Arena meta for Firefly. I'll try to set up a few practice sessions for everyone to play. But otherwise, come in. It's a monthly long meta, 2 to 3 day rounds. You schedule with your opponent remotely to play your matches, report them, and it will be a ranked tournament, so it will be accredited. Depending on how many other tournaments I'm able to join this month, I might sit Battle Science out and be a backseat driver. For anybody that wants help practicing, you can freely practice against with me. so that you have someone you can play against that won't know your team for your tournament. I am probably going to build 2 or 3 different teams, so I might build that Leo still. It'll just have to wait and see how. I kind of want to wait and see what June's meta's announcement is before I invest everything.
Mm-hmm.
But I will be available for practice. If Mondays don't start getting crazy, I might use Mondays as practice tournament streams. I'll be streaming GBL, and if you hop on and say, hey, I want to practice for Firefly, I'll throw you our matchup on stream. If you don't want your stream to be seen, I can turn it off and throw up something else in the meantime. Maybe do like a watch along with something, but we'll see how that plays out. Basically, just give more people a chance to try this meta out, because I feel the complexity of this meta is there, but I also feel like it is a very approachable meta as far as you look at these top picks. Toxicroak, Vigoroth, Wormadam Trash might be a little questionable. What's after that? Frostlass.
Yep.
Most of these things are things that are consistent in Sylph and GBL. Outside of things like Heracross and Wormadam. Oranguru and Beware, both recent Pokemon, are pretty high up there, to be fair overall. Beware is at, 3%? And I think Oranguru is, 1 or 2%?
It's not high.
It's not high, okay.
2%.
But it is alternatives to things like a Wormadam or what's the other, Vigoroth, if you don't have a good Vigoroth. But that's my input. Come hang out with us. Come play tournaments. Sylph is almost over. After that, we'll have to find other things to bide our time in the off season.
Alrighty. I'm going to hit a button just to give us a split, because that is the end of the meta-analysis. Okay. So required watching, if you haven't already. Trainer Tips interviewed the Niantic community manager. What is their name? Do you remember? Kelsey. They have a Twitter. They go by they, them. I'm going to try my absolute darndest to get the pronouns correct. They, them. Kelsey actually went out on Twitter and was like, hey, I'm the community manager for Niantic.
The one that took over for Liz.
Yes. Follow me if you want updates, but also info on other games. I think specifically, what did they mention? Not Dark Souls.
Elden Ring.
Elden Ring and Final Fantasy 14 on their personal Twitter, along with Niantic stuffs too. How long is this video? 34 minutes or so. It's actually a pretty easy listen.
It's not something you have to watch. You can just play it in the background.
Yes.
Much like us.
Yeah. So Nick, Trainer Tips, collected some questions, boiled some stuff down into simple discussion topics from a mountain 500 plus comments on Twitter. Into let's see, there's like 1, 2,
I think 5 questions.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 8-ish segments here, which might not mean 8 questions, but it's been boiled down. Who keeps knocking out my Pokemon from gyms? I swear. 50 Pokecoins already reached. It's a good watch. It's a little bit more communication. Actually, one of the key points that Kelsey mentioned is that they, aka Niantic, is trying to get better at the communication between Niantic and the players. That's something that they're working on. So, and realistically, within the last 2 months or so, I've kind of seen it as far as, hey, we're working on PvP. Here are the things that are intended. These are features. These are how PvP is supposed to be presenting or supposed to be operating. They're not working as this consistently yet, but these are how it should be operating normally. that was one of the big things of like, hey, look, they're actually communicating some pretty in-depth stuff. And then the dev diaries, while they're bi-monthly, while they're more nuggets, and not all of them have been very great. The dev diaries within the last, I think, 2 dev diaries have actually been pretty solid. So,
they go over topics such as accessibility and mobility issues for players that identify as having disabilities.
Mm-hmm.
They go over the incense changes and a few of the other hot topics. I think Nick originally had put out a tweet saying, if you could ask a Niantic dev any question, what would it be? He refined some of those 500 plus replies that he got on that tweet, and this is what he approached with Kelsey as questions from the community, trying to represent us, the community, as best as he could to try and get that information from Niantic.
While also not showcasing any of the toxicity of the community.
Yeah.
Kelsey already knows.
Yeah.
They already
Anybody
know.
that hops on Twitter or Facebook knows that.
I would hope so. I mean,
I saw a reference today. Someone's like, dang, why is the Pokemon community as toxic as League? And I kind of chuckled.
I mean, because you're looking at it's because it's Twitter. Because it's Twitter's section of the Pokemon community. Twitter's always toxic. That's the downside. Your
Muck used Twitter. It was super effective.
Twitter used Muck. Twitter's Pokemon is nothing but Muck. It's 6 Mucks, level 100, because the grind is real.
But a lot of interesting things discussed on the video. Definitely something worth checking out.
Mm-hmm.
Go into it with an open perspective. Appreciate it from both the player and developer's perspective. Understand these are people working real jobs, trying to do what you do in your everyday life.
Mm-hmm. Make money, get paid.
Essentially.
Yep.
There are a few other things that weren't mentioned, but they're not game pressing issues.
Mm-hmm.
One of the questions that was put on the tweet here under Nick's video was what they would have liked to seen was topics in representation. There are only still 2 hairstyles and no ability to vary our avatars of attributes, i.e. height, weight, or age. These things, among others, would help represent our community in this game. One of the questions I brought up was Steven, and I was going to put out as a poll on Twitter, but I think I'll hold off on it for right now, it is a cosmetic thing. That is something that, it is kind of baffling. 5-6 years that we've had the game, we've only got one additional change to the avatars outside of clothing, and that's been some new color palettes for hair.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess more or less my question for everyone that listens, and maybe I'll make this a thing later, is if they were to add something, and I think, Steven, you made a really good analogy, was if they were to put something like the Mii customizations into the game versus something not like
the Mii, MII, the little avatars from the Nintendo Wii system. If you're too young, then I'm sorry.
Something simplistic enough to be like the Mii creators,
mm-hmm.
but not something drastic like Skyrim or any of those other big MMOs where you can change each individual hair follicle on their head.
Yeah.
My question would be is if you did have the ability to change your cosmetic appearance of your character, both height or weight slider, and then the hairstyle, the eye style, the body style, is that something you would expect Niantic to put out for free? Would you be willing to pay for it as DLC? Or something like in other games that use this kind of situation, think like Fortnite, which have what are called skins or costumes, however you want to call it.
It's where it's a full body adjustment.
Kind of like what they're doing with the poses.
Yes. I would say more of your full body, like your full body outfits. So like the Rocket leaders outfits, which are full body. you mentioned DLC. It's more in line with microtransactions.
Microtransactions.
There isn't necessarily. I would be very curious to see if they did like the quote unquote traditional DLC. Remember one of the first pieces of DLC, which was Halo 2's map pack on a separate disc.
Yeah.
You had to install. Yeah, it was good times.
So I guess my question would be...
I have to involve Pokemon Go DLC app 1 to then have access to X, Y, or Z. Yeah.
But you have to understand the people that are making these changes to the cosmetics are still developers that are working.
Mm-hmm.
So it might be opinionated to be like, it's been 6 years. I feel entitled to get it for free.
They're working on plenty of other things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What would be a reasonable / I guess respectable way to go about this? Because I know in Animal Crossing, as another example, you could get different hairstyles and colors and like different things for like the face, so like beards and stuff like that. Beards, goatees, mustache, different like hair settings, styles, and different colors in sets. If they were to release packs or
Bundles,
that's the best way to put it,
mm-hmm.
of content for cosmetic changes only, would you be willing to pay for it in real money, or would you
give me the midlife crisis bundle for 1,500 Poke coins?
That's the other thing, is would you be willing to pay for it in real money, or something like Animal Crossing, would it be something where you would invest in-game currency for, so like coins?
Mm-hmm. Like bundle stuff, bundle outfits, like Gladion's outfit is in separate chunks, and you earn that via GBL. But if they did microtransactions, if they did bundles, like you could get the
whole set plus his hairstyle.
They already have Ace Trainer stuff, but I'm more thinking of like, where you could like mix and match. You buy the whole bundle; it's a little bit cheaper, but you get hair, top, gloves, pants, boots, or whatever from every single trainer type I'm thinking of are already in the game. So I think Ace Trainer, it's already in the game. Fisherman, it's already in the game. The other one that's coming to mind is like the breeder outfits, which are the
just
Pikachu,
the big overalls,
the Pikachu onesies.
Bunny,
that's right. The Baneri outfits kind of fits that.
One thing that Unite does is they do wigs, which are considered like a subset of hats.
Weird, but yes.
But that could be something they could do, is they could release wigs.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, granted, you'd have maybe possibly have the chance to change the color. I'm getting a little bit off topic here.
They could do literally a ton of things.
But what?
They could do a lot of things.
Yeah. Definitely go check out the video. Are you going to link this in the description?
Yes, I'll put this in the description.
Okay.
Sure.
It's a fun thing to talk about with other people. Check it out. Let us know what you think, either in the Discord, add us at Twitter, email us, all the fun stuff. After you listened to this interview, Steven, what was your biggest takeaway? Without spoiling it.
Oh, shoot. I mean, you and I just talked about it before the podcast, so I don't...
My biggest takeaway was they're trying.
Yeah, they're working on it. They don't have the resources to work on everything all at once. They don't have the resources to work on both new features as well as bug fixes and everything else. That's right. I think one of the biggest things, and you kind of made us think about it, and of like, they're very data driven. And the thing I have to remind that Kelsey kept saying, we're data driven. We're looking at the data. We're looking at the data. We're looking at the data. They have to look at the data because they don't have a huge QA team. Their biggest QA team is Australia and New Zealand.
Sorry.
Unpaid interns suck. I'm sorry. They have to look at player data to help steer because they don't have a QA team that can say, hey, this works. Hey, this doesn't work. Hey, there's a bug. I think I remember hearing that they had a QA team and that they were wanting to expand the QA team. They never followed up with that.
Or at least that we heard of.
That's true. So I think that there has to be. It's not a vote with your wallet. It's vote with how you play. If there is a feature that you abhor, don't use that feature. If you dislike eggs so much, don't even hatch eggs. Don't even use your incubators. If there's an aspect of Community Day that you like or dislike, you can. There's a feedback form now, but like adjust how you play
And
to
that's
leave
one
that
thing
out.
Kelsey points out is speaking out in their feedback forms, which can be found on their website, is a lot more effective than just banter on Twitter.
Mm-hmm. So explain what your problem is, give your reasoning, but then also suggest fixes or suggest alternatives is what I should say.
Yep.
Be constructive. What do you
Bowling's not being subtle at all.
What do you mean? Is she in the
She was accepted.
Oh, okay, cool. Where is that in general somewhere?
It's in Western Washington in the remote section. Remote tournaments.
Where is that?
Should be near the bottom.
Oh, just at everybody. I see. Oh no, that was previous. Hold on.
Keep going. Keep going. Right there.
There it is. Yeah, let's go. Okay. Nice. Cool. I think that's everything. Community question, because we
Haven't done it for a minute.
don't do those as often.
This one I will remember to post everywhere.
I wanted to ask how people are feeling about the new Mega update. Because I think Megas went from generally irrelevant to, I would say, favorably. I very much like what they've done with Megas, and I guess, I don't know. I imagine most everyone else likes what they're doing with Megas. I think maybe the one downside, if I could pick out a downside as far as the new, the Mega update, is it adds one more thing that I have to kind of micromanage, which is, oh, my Pokemon, my buddy has to get interaction, but my Mega Pokemon have to cycle through if I don't want to be spending an excess of Mega Energy. Is it Mega Energy or Mega Candy? I think it's Mega Energy.
Well, Mega Candy is what you use to power it up.
I don't want to be spending resources on them, so what I need to do is like set timers or set a rotation so that I have one per day, and that every day I then have, I check, okay, put that on as the Mega, make sure it's just gaining levels, Mega Energy or Mega levels.
For me, it's if I'm going to do the buddy thing, I might as well do the Mega at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
If it's a weekday for me, I'm just Mega something at work and turning the Go Plus on based on what the event spawns are, what the weather looks like for the day. So if I know if it's going to rain all day, I'll pop a Blastoise or I'll pop a Gyarados outside of event just to have that going while I'm at work. If it's a community day or if I'm going out to do raids to meet up with somebody or a group of people, I'll use whatever is going to benefit both fighting the raid boss and or catching the raid boss. Or if there's an event like a community day, what's going to benefit me as a Mega for that community day. So like, for example, Graveler's coming up. The only ones that are going to benefit from Graveler are going to be a Alolan Geodude. The Alolan Geodude is Rock Electric, so you're going to have Ampharos. You're going to want Aerodactyl. You're going to want Manectric. That's the other one.
Yeah.
And then there's one more. No, Mega Steelix is Ground Steel.
I don't think there's another one that's out.
Not yet, no. Manectric, Ampharos, Aerodactyl will get you the most benefit from those. During this windy event, or the air event, whatever they're calling it,
Pidgeotto and Mega Charizard Y.
Yep. Gengar.
Oh, and Aerodactyl.
Aerodactyl, yeah.
But Pidgeot. No, Pidgeot? Pidgeot is giving, if you can find the tasks, you can find Pidgeot
Energy.
Mega Energy out and about. So you could, if you can find, ballpark 2 or 3 of those researches per day, you can refund the
A good portion
interaction.
it.
You can refund the interaction every day and basically even out and just keep getting interaction. So
Yeah. Maybe I should start adding bots for people to be reminded in the server.
No.
Add everyone at noon. Have you Mega Evolved today?
At Mega Kangaskhan, do you know where your child is?
But yeah, community question. How are you enjoying the Mega update so far? Is it what you expected? I know I've heard a lot of people say this is what it should have been when it first came out. But these things take time.
They're not wrong. They're not wrong.
Let us know. Add us on Twitter. Join us in the server. Podcast discussion on the Discord.
Yep. If the community question discussion, there should be a community question channel.
That is the podcast discussion.
No, there's podcast discussion, and then there's community question.
Did you make a separate one that I didn't know about?
No, yeah, it's been here for a while. It just hasn't been used in a while. Last time there was a post was January 31st. So yes.
I'm looking for it.
Did you hide it?
Nope, there it is. Found it. Haha.
Oh. There you go.
All right, I got it. I'm gonna type it up right now.
Okay. Righty, I think that's it. So if you want to follow us on the socials, you can go to Twitter at battle_science. Email us at battlescience.podcast@gmail.com. You can go to youtube.com/c/battlescience. Sub there or check out the VODs of previous tournaments. I still have another tournament or two that I should throw up there, but they're all in like different parts, and I don't know if I should edit them together. And God, if I edited them together, do you know how long it takes to render things? Gosh darn it, I don't understand how people do long form content on YouTube. I swear. Baffles me. Boggles my Dune? But no. Boondoggles.
Boondoggles.
I don't know. Join our Discord. It's free.
It's free.
No cost. It's not behind Patreon. But if you wanted to back us on Patreon, you can get the patron roll. Patreon.com/battlescience. $1 tier or more will get you access to podcasts the day after they are recorded, and several days before they go up on podcast services, as well as the Battle Science After Dark podcast, a monthly Patreon exclusive podcast where we talk about stuff with no filters. We wouldn't pass emissions tests. I don't think we pass emissions tests to begin with, but again, we're humans. We are 80% water and 5% air within our systems, approximately. That's a fart joke. You're welcome. Battle Science After Dark, Patreon, $5 or more. You can be the Patreon podcast producers. I think that's everything. Jesse, am I missing something?
Nothing other than just you people are all awesome. Thank you for listening.
Alrighty. If that does it, we will catch you. Oh, again, we'll probably do, at the very least, be hanging in a Discord call for the live broadcast of the Indianapolis PvP, Pokemon Go PvP tournament. Or we'll be live twitch.tv/battlescience, where you can catch at least me. We'll see if Jesse's able to, if they're going to.
That'll depend on work.
Work. Oh, man, I get to start doing that next week. Woo! I still don't know which job I'm taking. Perfect. I think that's everything. I can't remember.
Thank you
Mine
for
stuff.
hanging out with us.
Thank you for hanging out. We are gonna stop the recording, so we will catch all of you later on the battlefield.